like to. Ready? Okay, so we're doing depreciation at first. So we want the total depreciation and the value of the vehicle after 2 years. So you can use the space as you would like. I'm going to go year one. It's 24,500. I find 15% of it. You get 3,675. Okay. You take that away. Year two, you start with 20,825. We find 15% of that. You get 3,123 and 75 cents. Okay. Okay, so you get half a mark for this, and for following through and finding the next year's loss, you get another half. But here's where A comes in. For A, you would add up these two numbers, and I would like to see, what is it, 6,798 and 75 cents, okay? So you get a mark if you have that number, but I would like to see the work, so you get half and half for the work that led up to it. If you made a mistake, let's say it's a small mistake, I see that you're doing this, but somehow you get a different number here. Take off half a mark because we understand, something went wrong when you typed it in. But then we're not going to take off marks again because obviously this number is going to be off. You still give yourself the half mark step, like the step that you performed. And then you adding up these two numbers, if you added up these two numbers, you get 1 mark. So 1 out of 2 if you add up those two numbers. Okay? B, what's the value of the vehicle after 2 years? I'm going to take the 20,825 and I'm going to subtract the 31,2375 from it. This is going to be a bit crammed here. That's 17,701.25. My bad here. Okay, 17,701.25. So you get a mark for that. And of course, if you made a mistake prior, if I see you taking this number minus that number, right, whatever these two numbers are, you get the mark regardless, okay, for the step. Okay, number 2, there's a used car from a local dealer, so that's important. We're buying from a dealer, so it's 12% taxes no matter what. Used dealer, there's a base price. There's a $350 rust prevention and $490 for entertainment package. What is this? So I'm going to use used dealer. I will find the sticker price on the side here. So sticker is $12,950, 99, 490. And 350, right? So that sticker price adds up to, I don't know the answer to that one because I did it slightly differently on my key. That's 13,790. Don't erase yet if you did it differently, okay? Don't erase. You might have done it slightly differently. I'm going to go sticker minus trade-in times 1.12. So it's 92.90. You add taxes to it. And here's where you and I should jive at this part right here. 10,405.91 cents. Okay, so this is where you and I should have the same if you did it differently. Yes? That's okay. That's okay. Do you show me some sort of addition, subtraction? This part? So this just shows up? This number? Yeah. So that's fine. I would say to be safe, show me, because if you make a mistake on this number, then we take off a mark. if you show me the steps, I can tell, oh, you know what you're doing, you just typed it in wrong. Okay. So let's break this down. What do you get marks for? You essentially get a mark for subtracting the trade-in and a mark for adding taxes. That's where the 2 marks come into play, okay, overall. Some of you are like, Mr. Dirksen, I didn't do the sticker thing. I went, you had the parts and labor times 1.12, right? And I did it there. That's totally fine. You're still adding 12% taxes regardless of how you approached it. Why should Jamira buy a used car? Cheaper insurance. Lower depreciation costs. For used, right? What else do I have for used? You don't pay freight. You don't pay tire tax. All of those things you don't pay. So you can mention any of those, okay? All right, so 1 mark for that if you have it somewhere on that piece of paper. Next, we've got parts and labor situation. What's the parts and labor before taxes? So if you have a table, feel free to do this. That's part of showing work, by the way. So I just multiply across like that. If I add that up, that gives me 438.96. This answers A. So if you just clearly tell me, right, that number answers part A, you're fine. Clearly indicate your final answer. Total cost of purchasing this car after taxes. This is a friend, right? So it's a private sale. So I'm going to use the private sale formula. 9,900 plus the book value wins on this one for taxes. Plus safety. I'll tell you the mark breakdown in a bit. Plus, I'm going to do the 438.96. That gets taxed 1.12 because I haven't taxed it yet. And then a lien search for $40 gets tacked on at the end. So I'm going to give you way more marks than show up here, okay? You can scratch that already just to make it easier. I will say you get 1 mark for having this show up. Just in your calculations, you're showing me this is happening. You get a mark for safety, where I see that you're doing 5%. You get a mark for parts and labor, for that showing up. And I'm going to give you 1 mark for actually cleaning this up and coming up with 1 final number, okay? So this would be part of it. If you multiply here, you get 875. If you multiply here, you get 63. If you multiply these two, you get 491, 64, and you get $40 tacked on. No marks yet for that. And then after this, you clean it up, you get 11,369.64. That is your final answer. Now, oh, sorry, you get a mark for that one. Okay? I would change A out of 1 just to make it easier. So it's not going to be 1.5. It's just going to be out of 1. So question 4 is out of a total of 5. Okay? So question 4 is out of 5 altogether. Mr. Dirksen, what if I have all of this show up, but I have the wrong number here? Okay? Take off a mark. Today you take off a full mark. We don't know what happened, right? What if I use my, Mr. Dirksen, what if I use the actual 9,900 here instead of 12,500 minus 1? Okay, you lose a mark for that. So those are the things. Mr. Erickson, what if I got this number wrong up here where my pencil is, and I used that here? No deduction. We're just gonna play with your number and just go with it, okay? So don't take off marks if this is wrong up here. You lose once, but you don't lose again. Okay? It's like you're getting punished for the thing you've done multiple times, which would not be fun, right? So what is this out of in total now? Hear me out. So 5 marks for 4, right? So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this thing is out of 11. So what I do is I cross that 10 and make it out of 11. And then put your mark up top. Just put a mark down. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah.